Welcome back, Guardians. Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. The Blast Furnace is the latest Brave weapon to hit the shelves. A 4-burst pulse rifle that originated from the Black Armory back in the Forge era. I wasn't expecting that this Kinetic pulse rifle would live up to its former glory, but I've been pleasantly surprised so far at how powerful this new version is, and I dare say it's way better than it ever was before. The Blast Furnace is a 450 RPM aggressive framed pulse rifle, and even though it has a burst of 4 shots, it's remarkably accurate, even at longer distances. And for a pulse rifle, I was blown away with how much impact this thing has. And when you start adding on some of the amazing trait combinations that this weapon offers, you're looking at one hell of a primary weapon to take into the final shape. This does come with the Indomitability origin trait, just like the other Brave weapons, so it's either going to give you 5% grenade energy or 5% melee energy after each final blow, based on what subclass you're using, and that's a really nice bonus to have when you're using a lot of abilities in your loadout. At its base, the Blast Furnace is pretty stacked. It has great range, great stability, and with a barrel option like Arrowhead Break, you'd have an even more accurate burst of shots getting fired out, with 30 points of extra recoil control getting added, and 10 points of extra handling. Depending on what magazine option you're going with, you could be looking at almost 60 rounds to the magazine, which is insane to have when we start looking at the 3rd and 4th column traits. So to bump us up to a base of 52 rounds to the magazine, we're going with extended barrel. In the 3rd column, the Blast Furnace offers a few different top tier selections that will come in handy both in the Crucible and in PvE. Keep Away is what stands out as the most beneficial to use in the Crucible, but when you're taking on those big beefy enemies in PvE, well, Kinetic Tremors is going to absolutely shred, especially when you have over 52 rounds to the mag. Kinetic Tremors works best when you're going up against more difficult enemies, which is perfect since everyone's hitting up Legendary Onslaught right now. Kinetic Tremors is an absolutely amazing perk to have, especially when you're able to get it in the 3rd column, because that's going to leave us open for other damage perks that are going to boost the benefits of Kinetic Tremors. In its 4th column, we've got a few more great traits that give this weapon some amazing versatility. I think Rapid Hit would be an outstanding perk to use to give you an extremely accurate weapon while in the Crucible, but you'd be sacrificing a damage trait. We have Firefly, and I love this trait because of how it synergizes with our artifact mods, like Flint Striker, to give you Radiance on Solar ability and Solar weapon final blows, which does include Firefly, even if it's a kinetic weapon, and that's going to give you 20% bonus damage whenever it's active. In terms of damage perks, we have Rampage, giving us a maximum of 33% bonus damage, Kill Clip, which would give us 25% bonus damage, and Desperate Measures, which would give us up to 30% bonus damage. But it's One For All that I really like in the 4th column, and I think it pairs up especially well with Kinetic Tremors. One For All will give us a 35% bonus in damage after hitting 3 targets, with Kinetic Tremors getting activated several times over with an enlarged magazine. One For All will give us an extremely reliable damage bonus. One benefit that One For All has over other damage traits is that it only requires us to hit a target, not defeat a target. We've seen a lot of great weapons come out of Into the Light, and normally I'm not a big fan of kinetic pulse rifles unless they're exotic, but the Blast Furnace has truly been impressive. It's one hell of a legendary pulse rifle, and if you can get the combination of Kinetic Tremors and One For All, you're going to have an astonishingly powerful primary to take into the final shape. So be sure that you take some time out this week to complete that Blast Furnace quest and farm out some Onslaught. Just be sure to attune the Blast Furnace so that you'll improve your chances of getting drops. And keep in mind that these Brave weapons will have the option of enhanced traits once the final shape is here, giving you even more reasons to get this incredible weapon. And with that said, I wish you all the best of luck in getting your own Blast Furnace. Let me know your thoughts about this new pulse rifle and what your favorite Brave weapon has been. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit the like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian, just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran, just looking for a new home, then be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.